Welcome to Ranger Stories. My name is Tennyson E. Stead. I'm the creator of Jump Rangers. And this is the show where I read things that I'm writing in the Jump Rangers universe and probably edit and discuss them for your viewing pleasure. You okay, sweetie? That's okay. I'm just checking on you. Do you need something to drink? Okay. Today we're reading Jump Rangers, a game called Conquest, Chapter 25. If you'd like to catch up on previous episodes of Ranger Stories, you can find those episodes on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/at Jump Rangers. Let's begin. Like most places, Mars has mountains. While there's no water there today, Mars has canyons that may have been formed by rivers eons ago. In the shadow of a mountain, buried in a cave system that weaves through the ground behind a canyon wall, the colony of Hawk's Nest takes shelter from the scans and patrols of the Saurian horde. From the surface of Mars, the mountain is the only landmark you'll recognize. Looking closer at the canyons, you'll see some watch posts mounted in the canyon walls. Mounted, I just said canyon, and this is twice in the same sentence. In the walls of the crevasse. Far below, along the dry riverbed, you might spot tracks from a mining caterpillar, which for those who don't know is a drilling train that burrows through the ground. Keep a close eye and you'll spot a patrol of Pegasus space fighters ducking in or out of the tunnels that lead to the hangars of the base itself. So this is a little bit long, and I think it's easy to fix. Along the canyon walls, you'll see some watch posts. You'll see a watch post. Okay. So, like most places, Mars has mountains. While there's no water there today, Mars has canyons that must have been formed by rivers eons ago. That's okay, sweetie. In the shadow of a mountain buried in a cave system that weaves. I don't think we even need to say that. Along the canyon walls, every so often you'll see a watch post. Far below, along the dry riverbed, you might spot the tracks from a mining caterpillar, which for those who don't know is a drilling train that burrows through the ground. Keep a close eye, and you'll spot a patrol of Pegasus space fighters ducking in or out of the tunnels that lead to the hangars of the base itself. Of the base beneath the mountain. Following the launch tubes, the caves, or the caterpillar tunnels into the cliffside, you'll wind up at the massive steel blast doors that protect the hangar. While the blast doors are kept open to allow for the traffic that comes and goes all day, they can be closed in the event of an undersoar attack. If Hawk's Nest ever seals up, it will take days for the Saurian horde to blast their way inside. None of us have ever been inside Hawk's Nest. Flickering into the base wasn't an option because we couldn't tell where to flicker to. It's because So we hit up one of the safe houses in Alien City, while the Sarge and I stole a pair of scram packs. So we hit up one of the safe houses in Alien City to steal a pair of scram packs. What we could do, and what we did do, was point out Mars in the sky. Once Scrap could actually see it, excuse me, flickering to the planet was easy enough. Burning our way down through the atmosphere, we found the mountain sitting on top of Hawk's Nest. Taking to the canyons, we dropped to the ground and approached the caves on foot. So far down, we were small enough to avoid being spotted by the lookouts. Hmm. I don't think I need that. When we found the caves, to avoid being spotted by the lookouts from the watchtowers. When we found the caves, the Sarge and I grappled our way up into a massive stony maw. Above us, the smooth surface of the cave ceiling suggests that there hasn't been water flowing through these caves. Above us, the smooth surface of the ceiling suggests that there hasn't been water flowing through this cave system in millions of years. All the stalactites, if they ever existed to begin with, have fallen and crumbled to dust. Maybe the jet wash from the spaceships coming and going have knocked them down. Grappling down through the cave system, we slowly repelled our way into the depths of the planet. Keeping track of time can be hard when you're underground. Maybe it took us a day of rock climbing to reach those blast doors. Maybe it was longer. Honestly, I'm not really sure how long we were down there. Getting small, we climbed right through the hangar bay into the air ducts. With space fighters coming and going, the wind and the noise were overwhelming. Rolling through the hangar doors, with treads on every train car and a massive drill bit churning away in front of the engine, caterpillars will shake the earth when they pass you by. Everything was rumbling and blowing, and hangar crews in spacesuits would race around in every direction to attend the patrols as they came and went. Getting up into the ventilation system, we picked our way past the environment seals into the airlock quarters of Hawk's Nest. Climbing down into the security offices, I actually pulled a panel off of one of the security terminals because we were small, and I hacked my way into the station security from inside the terminal itself. Sure enough, the Rangers of High Command were taking up the station's one cell block. We're guests of the colony, one and only cell block. With our access to the surveillance systems, the sergeant and I picked one of the Hermes transports in the cargo bay, and Scrap flickered us into the cockpit. Quiet as I could, I powered up the ship's life support systems, while Scrap flickered the high commanders and their gear into the cargo hold. Hermes transports are basically just a long hallway with a cockpit and living quarters on one end, and engineering and the engines on the other. Between, the hallway connects to a bunch of modular containers that get plugged into the superstructure of the Hermes. Back there, in what amounts to a cargo deck with jump seats, the Sarge was explaining everything that's happening to High Command. High Command should be capitalized. Meanwhile, in the brig of Hawk's Nest, station security noticed the High Commanders disappearing. Security teams were hustling all over the station, looking for any sign of where we might be. Nobody was checking the hangar bay just yet. Maybe they didn't know how it was we were getting around, but they were searching every corner they could find. Once we'd rescued the High Commanders, Scrap had agreed to flicker us to Planet Link so we could rescue Uncle Slappy and everyone else and anyone else Sudro Paxis might have thrown in the brig at Paxis base. With that group of people, with the help of a High Command and Uncle Slappy, I figured we could put together a better plan, make than the one we had for getting spores to Earth. For getting the spores to Earth. With the help of High Command and Uncle Slappy, I figured we could put together a better plan than the one we had for getting the spores to Earth. Phantom, the High Commander of Psychor, insisted that we talk to the commander of Hawk's Nest before we leave. If you've never heard of her, Commander Bridget Northwind isn't really a governor so much as a military leader. Handpicked by Sudropaxis to lead the colony and keep an eye on Earth, she's a military officer all the way through. Back when she was working as a scout on Planet Link, people used to call her Hawk. Hawk's Nest was named after her, and the colonists who built this base came here in the first place because they figured the lessons learned on Planet Link and Planet Battleground, the two planets run by Sudro and Arden Paxis, might prove the key to taking Earth back from the Saurian horde. Maybe I didn't know exactly maybe I didn't exactly know whether Commander Hawk was ready to go to war with Admiral Paxis, but I knew the Paxis brothers trusted her. Asking her to help us didn't seem like a winning strategy. But then here's this Psyrager telling us that we'd be sorry if we didn't. Security teams were sweeping the station, but nobody was catching on to the fact that we were stealing a Hermes. Maybe we had some time. Scrap was offering to bring her to us, and it seemed like we could at least talk to her without putting the plan in jeopardy. Admiral Paxis hadn't listened, and Sudropaxis had lied to us, but maybe things would be different with Commander Northwind. High Command was here. Maybe she'd listen to reason. We all agreed, and Scrap went back into the station to find her. Not a moment later, Commander Northwind was standing right in front of us. While her mind was adjusting to the fact that she was suddenly not in the command center, and while there was a nomad space mouse clinging to the fabric of her cargo pants, I was pulling her comm headset off her head. Fast as you like, High Commander Demo stripped Hawk's blaster, her holdout, and her knife from their holsters. Accepting the situation, Commander Hawk seemed to relax a bit when she realized who we were, when she saw who we were. The truth is, I'm getting very tired of giving grown-ups the chance to tell me I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe Commander Sudropaxis is someone you look up to, and I bet it's a big deal that he gave you this job. Sudropaxis lied to me, and he lied to High Command. Admiral Paxis stunned me with a screamer. He stunned Scrap, who's from a culture that maybe he's never even seen before. The more I find out about Arden and Sudropaxis, the less impressed I get. I'm a human being. Earth is my planet just as much as it's yours. Maybe nobody's given me the authority to speak for the human race, but nobody's given you that authority either. Nobody's given it to Arden Paxis. He just took it, and people seem to be letting him do that. People are letting him lead us into war. Not me. I'm not letting him do that. I don't have anything to prove here. I don't need us to show the Saurians that we're bigger or stronger than they are. What I need is to make sure that the people who come after me and my own kids, if I ever get old and decide to have them, have the chance to shape their own destiny. That my own kids. Let's put a little punctuation in there. I want those people to have a world that belongs to them. I want to have a home in the universe. Earth is supposed to be that home. Earth is where we come from. Right now, Earth belongs to the Saurian horde. That didn't happen by accident. They didn't get lucky. We didn't have a bad day. They saw what we were like, and they knew they could take what they wanted from us. And not a whole lot has changed since then. We've learned some things about them. They've learned some things about us. Through it all, we're still hiding in the unswept corners of a galaxy that more or less belongs to them. I'm glad for what Admiral Paxis did on Planet Battleground. Driving the Saurian horde off a planet they thought was theirs, that shows that maybe things can be different. But it doesn't prove that things have actually changed. To change the way things are, we need to learn to live in this galaxy. We need to be who we are. We need to let things be what they are. We can't succeed by being them. I don't need that. We need to be who we are. We can't succeed by being them. They've got more practice at it. They know what they're doing when it comes to conquest. Once upon a time, human beings thought we were good at conquest. Way back when Earth was ours. Way back when wars on Earth were normal. We thought we were dangerous. We thought we had power. To the Saurian horde, we were just playing games. While we were refining the art of war, the Saurian horde was annihilating whole civilizations for the sake of some water, or some ore, or some food. So were the Loom. How many worlds have been lost just to make things a little easier for this or that Saurian house? What does it make us if we win that game? Do you really want to be better at war than they are? I am a child. I'm supposed to be the future of the human race, and I'm asking you to stop. Stop trying to win the game your parents started. Stop teaching us to play this game. Stop asking us to win for you when you finally quit. We can't save our planet by being better at conquest than the Saurian Horde or the Loom or anyone else. What we can do is be better at living in this galaxy. We can be better at understanding how things work. We can be better at living. We don't need to be better at killing. Okay. So that's too much. We can't save our planet by being better at conquest than the Saurian Horde or the Loom or anyone else. We can be better at understanding how things work. We can be better at living. We don't need to be better at killing. We have a plan to save the Earth. Please stop shooting down our spores. If you need to shoot something, it would actually be really helpful if you could keep the fighters at Alien City busy while we get this done. Please. Thank you. For a moment, Commander Hawk just looked at me. Breathing deep, she gathered her thoughts. Listen, you seem like a really smart kid. Yeah, okay. Scrap, please assist the commander off my ship. Let's go save Uncle Slappy. Then we can save planet Earth. And that is the end of chapter 25. I feel like chapter 23 was an anomaly. I need to go back and work on it, and all of this is going to get more refined in Wrench's voice, and there's parts that are going to move a lot faster as we develop the story. But I think this is a good book for kids. I like it. Obviously, this is a big thematic chapter, and it's Wrench's enheartened plea to Commander Northwind. I think she makes a great case, about as great a case as any teenager could make. And Wrench is a teenager. She's 13. Um, that's what I've got for this week. I am going to check with Federico today or tomorrow to see if we are playing metagame this week. I have found the players to start our second weekly Jump Ranger stream of gameplay, and that is going to get started probably in the next week and a half or 2 weeks. That's very exciting. It's going to be fun. We have some good people. I'll announce who's involved later once I've talked to everybody and sorted out a schedule, and I know it's all going to work. But it's all people that I've wanted to get to know better in the gaming community and in the writing community, and I think it's going to be a blast. Apart from that, keep an eye on the socials, and I'll let you know if Saturday at 2:30 is going to be game time for Metagame. We have a stream Monday mornings at 10 a.m. where I sit down and talk with everybody about what's going on in the world or geek culture or with Jump Rangers or what have you. It's called the Rangers Roost. I'd love to see you there. Come chat. And depending on how this gameplay stream goes, I may have to cut back one of my gameplay Star Citizen streams every week, but that's fine. That's worth it. If you do want to see my Star Citizen streams, you can find me at twitch.tv/Techer10, and I may also be planning a Aeon Trinity gameplay stream with an old friend. We'll see how that goes. So if you want to see some non-Jump Rangers related tabletop role playing, or if you want to watch some Star Citizen or any other video games I might be playing at the time, please come follow my personal channel on Twitch at Techer10. That's it. Tekkerten. Zippy Looney said spell it. And they're right. I should spell it. So, that's what I've got for you this week. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you hopefully on Saturday. And be sure to follow our socials for updates on the rest. Don't be a stranger, Ranger.